If you're a coach, consultant, and really struggling to hit your first $10,000 mark, then this training is for you. I'm Sahil Sehgal, founder of sixfigureaccelerator.com. I have built seven-figure business in 3 years, and I have helped so many coaches to hit their first six-figure mark and even multiple six-figure mark. Now, this is one of the simplest breakdown I have ever done, where I broke down my entire framework into 4 steps, and all you gotta do is follow these 4 steps in order to hit your first or next $10,000 mark on fast track. Is how to make your first $10,000 as a coach consultant. I said before that I call it as my 1, 2, 3, 4 frameworks. What are the things, 1 thing, 2, 3 things, and 4 things that in the framework that you need to use or that you need to implement in order to hit your first $10,000? First one is really simple, basic. These things you might have already heard about, but I'm gonna be putting it in the way so that you can go step by step and still can implement and can get some results out of it. So first one, as it's mentioned over here, 1 big problem or desire and 1 converting offer. That is the first thing that you need. You know that you might have heard that before. The bigger the pain is, the more dollars you can charge. More big desire that your clients have, the more dollars you can be able to charge to those people. Now, how can you tell if a problem is big or small? This is important. Big problem is something which is usually requires help, takes more time to solve it, are harder to solve on your own, and carry stronger emotions that go with working through them. When you're working with clients, they're going to be needing your help in order to solve that big problem. If they could have done it by themselves, then the problem is not big enough, the pain is not big enough, and they can easily able to get to that desire or to solve that pain by their own. They need your help in the big problem. As a coach consultant, you are there to give them advices, to help them get unstuck wherever part of the journey that they are feeling stuck at, or they need your help. That's where, and you can be able to create bigger impact in that. Small problems can be solved by your own. They can solve by themselves. You don't need to ask anyone for help, and does not create a big impact. And it's just not you who thinks that it is a big problem. Your market must also believe that. Look for the biggest thing in the market that's keeping people awake at night, that you have actually gone through and you know how to fix or solve it so that you can sell that. Obviously, as a coach, you should have some of your own results before you started coaching other people, before you started teaching your strategies, frameworks, and all that stuff to other people. I've seen people hitting their first sale, making their first income, making their first $1,000, and then started coaching other people. Make sure you don't make that mistake and make some progress for you, make some results for your own before you start coaching other people. Here are a couple of the examples that I make for, let's say, for example, if you're a business coach. Now, small problem can be, I help you to make $1,000 in 4 weeks. Big problem, how you can convert, like it's the same thing, how you can convert into a big problem. I help you to make $3,000 in 12 weeks. It's the same thing. If they can make $1,000 in 4 weeks, if you multiply by 12 weeks, they're still making $3,000. Now, with the first small problem, you cannot charge someone $500 or $1,000 for their coaching, because you're only promising that outcome. People won't, if you're saying me, give me $1, Sahil, I will give you $1 back. It won't look like a deal to me. If you say me, Sahil, give me $1, I will give you $3 back, then there are more chances, or then I will be able to give you that $1 and proceed further. I have done this mistake. I'll be very honest. In the beginning of my journey, I was having a $297 30-day program. It was good for experience, but then very soon I realized that it was not creating bigger impact, because by the end of 30 days, every week we were doing sessions and it was not that much impactful. By the end of the 30 days, people were started getting results and the coaching was over because the duration was 4 weeks. So when you're selecting your time, make sure you're solving big problems. Let's say you're a funnel consultant. Instead of saying small problem is I build high converting funnels, if the big problem is like I build 7 to 8 figure funnels, that becomes now bigger problem that you can solve, or bigger results. Either the pain should be big or the desire should be big enough in order for you to charge to solve that problem first, and you in return you can charge bigger money solving. And pro tip here is create a value-based offer instead of time-based offer. I remember when I took my first one-on-one client, I didn't do it based on like it's a 3 months coaching. I sold it on the base of value. I told them, I'll coach you until you get your double of investment back. I sold 3.5k one-on-one coaching package in 2020 like this. I sold my 5k offer one-on-one in 2021, same using like this thing, creating a value-based offer instead of time-based offer point. Second thing, my 2P strategy, what it is exactly. Platform, 2Ps are platform and publishing. These are very important. When you are starting out, pick up one platform and publish there at least, I would say, for minimum 90 days, or stay consistent for 6 months even. There will be better chances you will start seeing progress. You will start seeing people liking your stuff. You will start seeing you are getting engagement on your stuff, and your authority, credibility is increasing every single day. Add tons of values in 3 places. Let's say it's a Facebook, your own profile, your group if you have one, and in other people group. So you can add value using written post, video trainings, just like I'm doing this video training. I'm adding values to my audience, to my people, to my leads and prospects. Comment marketing that you can use. Slowly you will see people will start seeing you as an expert. They will want to reach out to you. They want to work with you. They want to get coached by you. It didn't happen on first month. It didn't happen on second month, third month. It took me 2.5 years to come into this point where I built up enough authority and credibility, and now people see that as an expert and they want to reach out to you. Every single day, at least I get 3 to 5 messages where people are asking me, Sahil, how can I get into your coaching program? Can you send me details about your coaching program? All that stuff. I want to get mentored by you. And you only need to do it for first few months in the initial phases. I did this for a couple of months to make raving fans. Literally comment marketing. You don't see a lot of comment marketing, but I used to do. I was very heavy on it when you're building up your name, when you're building up your presence in the market. My mantra, free results upfront before they decide to work with you. I always believe in giving free values, so much free values upfront, either through these free trainings, either through my masterclass, my workshop, my challenge, my interview shows, all that stuff. And number 3 is 3 Bs. It's building relationships, building social currency, and book more calls. This is the most important one. Once you are starting publishing, you have picked up your platform. Now the point here is to build genuine relationships with people. You don't need to set up fancy brand. You don't need to set up a fancy funnel. You don't need a branded logo done, all that stuff. That you are creating a gap between you and your ideal prospect by using that. They just need genuine person who they can talk to, who understands their problem, who they believe that this person has a solution to their problem. That's all they need. And then building social currency. Don't run after money in the initial phases, when you are trying to hit your first $10,000 per month. Build that way much social currency in a way. Get it so much stronger that people should be running after you to get coached by you, to get training from you, to learn from you. But I don't know how I got this thing in my mind, but I was crazy, not after money, but after building that social currency, testimonials, case studies, all that. Anytime my clients were getting just from my even 10-minute call, 30-minute call, strategy call, consultation call, all that stuff, I was collecting. Now I have testimonials where I feel like sometimes I don't have time to post all these testimonials. Not to brag, but we have a Google Drive folder where a bunch of testimonials, more than 300, 400 testimonials that we already have from all the clients. And focus on booking more calls. Don't look for strategies. Don't look for here and there cheat sheets, PDFs and all that. Literally your experience, how you're going to be hitting your first $10,000 month mark or first $10,000 by not having cheat sheets and PDF, by booking calls, talking with people, understanding their problem and solving their problem. That's all you need. Point number 4, you only need it's 4 tools: Calendly, Zoom, Payment Gateway, and Google Doc. That's all you need. Don't know other fancy stuff. Calendly to book more appointments, very clear. Zoom for meetings and to host and record your coaching sessions. Payment Gateway to collect payments, of course, Stripe, Wise, PayPal, Google Pay, whatever you want to say. And then a Google Doc, enough. You don't need even a ClickFunnels or a fancy learning portal to build out. You can do the coaching on the Google Doc. I'll share it with you, a sample of one of the client that I worked in 2021. We did this. This was one of our client, 9th July 2021. This is a sample. Our coaching was happening in the Google Doc. We were doing this. Every week we were connecting, and I was giving them, next week your task is this. Next week, I was even giving them find targeted groups. I was giving them whole flow of what are the ways, what is the framework. Like I was building it with them. There is no fancy learning portal. All thing next task is to contact low hanging fruits, live or pre-recorded. Like, I was giving them all the pointers. That was the whole coaching that I was doing with those people. You don't need a fancy setup and all that stuff. You, if it's that things are stopping you, you are feeling I don't have a fancy module like Sahil or like some other coaches you are listening to or hearing or maybe watching their videos. You don't need all that stuff in order to hit your first $10,000 month mark.